All right, so today we got another piece of coral. This is more stuff from Pearl Yoder. And some beautiful, beautiful stone. Pinkish, a little bit of orange, a little bit of blue and white in there. And that'll come out in a moment. Just a beautiful, beautiful piece of stone. Let me see. I don't have my measuring stick on me, my measuring tape, but pretty decent size. And our length is going to be from here to here, so we can get rid of this side. And we can draw up this side if we need to. I mean, I tell you, I love working this coral. I mean, most of you know that because it's about all you've seen in my past few videos is coral. Some of you are probably wondering, where's the coastal at, man? I thought you were a coastal guy. And I am. 1000%. But I also like some good coral now and again too. So basically you have the cortex, you have this inner clear portion that's white, and then you get into some of the color and you can kind of see some of the polyps in there too. It's real pretty. I'm going to set up this big flake here. By kind of hitting down beside the platform. Braid the platform a little bit. And this should shoot across to the other side. At least to about right here. It can overshoot, but I'm going to try to see about it not doing that. We also have this flake here. Might be good to go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. That actually just kind of helps to see what we're dealing with, see if our platform is still good, and it is. Really, I'd feel more comfortable having a more blunt platform like that, especially with this bopper. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, I think we got a good flake. Remember I said I wanted to end about right there? And wow, look at that. Is that not beautiful? I could look at that all day. Man. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. I guess this is more of a purplish color. I don't know the best way to describe it, but I sure do like it. Of course, every spall that you get in the box is different. No two pieces are the same. That's probably where you throw it over there. It's a little bit darker up near the tip. This area was actually, well, you can actually see this is the patina on the rock right here. And so the cortex had eroded away. And this is kind of the area of the rock that was exposed. But we do have a curve in the blade. So I'm going to be drawing some flakes off of this side because you already have a natural platform here. And where there is cortex, I'm going to try to knock it off. So just like how it is here, I'm going to do that here as well. You don't want to hit just on the side right there. Kind of want to hit a little further in because you want to somewhat catch that lip and have enough coral meat there to draw a flake. think that'll be enough. So all of you curious about platforms, that's a sure enough dandy right there. Pete! There you are. That is a beautiful platform. Now, there's a dip here. So I'm not just gonna abrade down like this on a dip. I abrade the opposite way. Because if there's a dip here, I wanna get rid of it. So I braid the opposite way so that I can run over it. Same thing a little bit here. And really right here it's okay. So I can do a mix of both. And abrading also sets up your platforms, obviously. It strengthens the edge and makes it, I can run my finger on that and be fine. If I was to run my finger right there, I'd probably slice my finger if I did it a couple times. And so we're gonna run, probably these first few aren't gonna go too far. I'm just gonna feather them in. Because there was a low spot there where it dove in. So I went ahead and kind of took care of that a little bit. This one might stall out, but here's the thing. If you have a stout platform, that is abraded like crazy. Although there's a slight dip, oftentimes it can undercut it and get into some of this meat and then just hinge out where we can feather back in. Pete! So this will probably be a wider flake if I had to guess. Yeah. Big wide flake. Notice it wasn't just like this, but it widened out. Make sure we're recording. And like I said, it would hinge out. So there is a hinge here, but that's easy to get. And anyways, that was kind of the goal. That's a nice ball. I'd consider that a spall, actually. Now we're setting up another ridge. So I didn't just want to blast over here because then we'd have a flake going this way. And then you see my hand here? That's where a ridge would be. But we want our ridges to be parallel, not cattywampus. Is that a word y'all use? And I don't care if this is a more narrow flake. I don't think it will be, but it'll probably wrap to right there too. Yep. So about right there. Not quite as far, but a heavily abraded platform. And ran that ridge. We got 2 spalls. Now, what did I say about running ridges? If you can do it, you can strike into here and get a good spall like that, but you kind of cut off this area, which in this case wouldn't be a bad thing, but we also got a good platform here too that we can use. So we might as well just, instead of cutting straight or cutting diagonally, we can cut a little bit straight. Now we can come to a spot like this, and we have, see the leftovers? We got good, straight leftovers. I don't know if that's a good way to describe it or not, but that's what you get from me. Just random lingo. It's a nice nice flake. Okay. I want to catch some of this stuff. So notice how we ran a flake just right there. It left us a ridge. We could either get the ridge from this side or we could just use a natural platform. Might as well use a natural platform, right? So that's what we did. We caught it. Again, a diagonal flake that we're just going to hit straight in. Or a diagonal ridge, we're just going to hit a little bit in. Come to this area. Just want to feather it back just a little bit. And obviously there's a good flake here. Let's set it up. Again, don't want to overshoot. I just want to run it to about right there. Okay, it actually ran the ridge, but I didn't hit it where I wanted it to. I wanted to hit a little bit here and run it. So it didn't quite catch it all. What you can do is re-abrade that platform. It'll just catch that lip there, that's all. But oh, it actually went a little further, so right where I wanted it to. So I missed the platform first, and yes, that's a diagonal flake, but sometimes on the base, you can get away with stuff like that. Love the pattern in this stuff. We need to draw our tip in. I still don't know exactly what I want to make. We'll just have to see. But also notice something. I mentioned this in an earlier video, but I take pretty much paleo flaking. So you see these flakes, yung, yung, yung. I had one here, but you know. Then I flip it over. This is already exposed, but yung, 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 yung. Then what I'll do is I'll come up and clean that right there off. Flip it over, clean this off. I can do that from the base, or I can do it from the side, just bevel and hit down. Then I repeat the process. That's my way of flint knapping. Everybody has a different way of doing it, you know, but that's what I do. That's sweet tea, by the way, in case y'all are wondering. That is a little bit blunt. And a little bit afraid to use. What's that big spall? Put it up here. A little bit afraid to use that bopper there. So let me use this instead. Yeah, a little too blunt. A little too blunt for my liking. Awesome. Just kind of cutting across the side. I'm almost doing it like this, but I'm turning it a little bit, so I'm hitting down, and it flakes around it. Okay, so like I said, we can use, since we have so much width, I don't mind losing a little width. This will get us to about right here, if I had to guess. Now you can hit this, boom. That will come off 100%, but you run the risk of, do I want to show it to you anyways? Yeah. Part of me wants, okay, I'm going to do this just for you guys, okay? Because we're already really wide, all right? And we got to bevel this backwards anyways, so sometimes these ridges are so pronounced that you can just, obviously you can hit from the base. Normally okay, I'm gonna set it up anyways, but this can be a good thing or a bad thing. In this case, it was a good thing. You can sometimes get rid of this edge without catching too awful much. But typically, a strike like that will overshoot and cause a lot of problems. Typically. So you got a taste of it. It's just a strike that might come in handy. Most of you already knew it, but also you don't want to dive too far into knocking these things off. You just want to kind of casually do it, and then you can set a platform to knock them all off. Almost using this as a hammerstone, kind of, or as a bopper in some occasions. Yeah, now we're just kind of hitting off the edge. You don't have to abrade it, at least with this material. Every material is different. This piece of coral is a little bit different than other pieces of coral. You know, it's just how it is. This would benefit from both boppers. Again, we got to draw this tip in. Really, we have enough width to draw it in using our width, so probably try that first. Then go from the tip. Alright. See, we got a decent platform from the tip, but I like trying other options first if I can. I'll pick up those flakes, by the way. I don't think I'm wasting. I always see somebody in the comments saying that. On older videos usually, not on newer ones, but I still get the comments. I can still see them. Need to catch this lip first. And whether you hit in on the lip or just down, it all just depends on the angles and stuff. Got a good platform here that I really want to run. So we got a weird, odd spot there, but that just allows for a really good platform to hit and drive from. There we go. I want to isolate it just a hair. Feels like it's about to rain outside. Yeah, it's getting kind of windy. dove in a hair there, but we're gonna have to. I mean, this is a dinner plate at the moment. We gotta make some decisions. So right now, I'm just going to focus on our center line and setting up good flakes for the future. And I might go for a Noonan. Might go for a clay point. Don't know. But we'll find out as we go forward. This thing up. So, if we were to go for a Noonan, we definitely got width. I may try to go for a Noonan, and if it doesn't work out, I'll go for something different. How about that? As all of you know, I do like making Noonans if and when I can out of coral. I mean, that was just one of their primary styles, was a Noonan down there in Florida. Notice I did hit in, and that seemed to help. Not really built up. Hey, put that boat. This is gorgeous. And why I say Noonan is I feel like Noonans can maximize how pretty the stone is. You can get a big, long example. And with a piece this wide, I can afford to try to get my flakes just about perfect in the way I want them. And with how flaky this material is, and how there's sometimes these pits where the coral holes are, it might not work out exactly how I planned, but we'll definitely do the best we can. Alright, let me go ahead and remove this thick area here. And then we'll have a pretty decent bifix. Again, whether you drive in or down, it just depends on the angle. And yeah, I could set up a big long flake there, but I want to do 2 passes on each side from about this size. So 1 pass here, 1 pass here, 1 pass here, 1 pass here. And I want them to meet up, and then I'll thin the rest of it down and may take a few extra strikes in the middle. I do want this base side where the width of the Noonan is, I want it to be flat. I want it to be nice. So there's that. This part is already pretty good. Got a little bit of work here. Definitely need to strike one into there. That'll be the number one issue I might have going forward, so I'm gonna go ahead and address it, because this is a little bit crustier material here. And I want this flake to drive to where this, because if you look at it maybe from there, there's a dip and then there's a thick spot. And I want to get rid of that thick spot as best I can. Yeah, we can lose a little bit of width. I'm not worried about that, but I definitely want to make sure this strike is good. Let me see here. Being a little frustrated. There we go. That's what I wanted. Pete's just standing there with the wind hitting him. Okay. There's our platform. That felt a bit thick right there. And I didn't want to strike that with that being a little odd. There we go. Ran right over that thick spot. Okay. Put that down for right now. I don't think I need it. Look how delicate this stone is. That's just, I don't need to be using that right now. Pete, don't leave me now. There you are. I'm almost over scrutinizing this piece. I just haven't come across a coral spall like this with this color. I mean, I know there's got to be more like it, but I just want to do it justice, you know. Pete, Pete. Oh, bud. Just ran that ridge right there. Getting it pretty thin on the base. This side's more pink, just straight pink. This side has a little bit more color. So I think I'm gonna try to remove off this side more if I can. If I'm able to. If not, then hey, so be it. That was an odd hit right there. Probably shouldn't have hit it, but thinning out the base. Like I said, we're gonna do one full pass, and probably flip it over, do another full pass, and then catch them all. Like Ash on Pokemon. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of you do. Gotta catch them all. Yeah, do another platform setup. And this is kind of a somewhat important platform. So I'm gonna lower it a little bit more. Got to draw our blade edge in anyways, so not too worried about losing a little width. And oh, that was over here. The rest of it came off like that. Okay. All right. So we're thinning it down right there. Again, just hitting straight in here. Straight in. And see how on this ridge it's pointed that way? But this ridge is more pointed straight. And we'll straighten it out even more. Well, technically, we'll probably come from this angle. And I'm gonna have to go inside here in a minute if this storm picks up. And catch y'all tomorrow in a part 2. Or probably same video for you guys, but part 2. Yeah, that raindrops, bud. Is it raining now? Okay. All right, we're gonna hold it here, guys. I'll bring my measuring tape next time, tomorrow. And real pretty piece. I'm super thrilled about it. So, all right, catch you next time.